Okay, have to stop it because we get in trouble with the YouTube.
It is old enough music though, maybe.
It probably would have been okay. Welcome to Super Flags on Location Edition, Episode 1.
Fancy edition.
Fancy Edition. Ryan's directing today.
Pulling out all the stops.
Officially, I think I'm DPing.
That's what the call sheet said. You were first on the call sheet.
Yes. All right, Ryan, what are we doing? What's up first?
First up, we are doing a casual. We're doing two spots, a 15-second and a 30-second. The first one is a 15-second spot of drinking some non-alcoholic wine and enjoying a charcuterie board, which is a word I learned this weekend. So
it's a very nice board. Good
shooting there. I spent a lot of time on this. I think we're shooting this way. We'll see. We're gonna throw the camera up.
So first steps is, unless you have done a tech scout and you really know what you're gonna do, done some tests, whatever. Usually what you do is you pick like the hardest stuff, the most complex stuff, or sometimes the simplest. Obviously, there's no actors here yet. And then you set up your lens and you kind of rough in your angles and for blocking. I don't know if you can see me. And then we look at lighting. So we're gonna just throw the lens up. Ryan's gonna show us how he wants it. Show us your directing hands. That's it. That's directing hands.
We're doing this first because it's easy and because we want to eat this after. So
I like
it out of the way.
And then we'll throw some lights up. So here we go. I just threw the lens up right here. It's kind of here. And you were saying you liked it over there to maybe see,
I think that it's a very interesting background, especially if you blow it out of focus.
But you don't want to have to, you might duplicate that. You might see that same shot.
We're definitely gonna see the record player later, and it makes it more like a separate thing. We want this to be a separate spot of this, and this isn't connected to what we're shooting later. So I think we're gonna keep that out so that it plays as its own.
And I was saying we could come over here and shoot across into our kitchen, or you were saying to keep it simple and direct. That's your reference that you really like right now?
Yeah, so this was kind of some inspiration.
Okay.
And so we could even just maybe pull things up and shoot more down and just see this pretty.
All right, well, let's start with that. And that's just, we'll continue the process. And I just threw up one light, nothing special yet. And there's no sun coming anymore, so we deal with that. So next steps. Here it is.
Okay, so as he's recording,
and
I'll walk you guys through. What we're gonna do is
what we've done.
15-second spot.
The actual key is
one of you will reach in and grab.
we wanted something really punchy.
Something.
So this is actually a flashlight that I keep in my pocket, shooting into a mirror with some stripes on it to give us some texture off this mirror. This is also a Super Flag product we're working on.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you can see the, what's it
Do you
called?
guys have
The
preference? Who has
shadows.
steady
Yeah, exactly. The shadows, the textures on the thing. And then we have a 4B that's pushed up real close for some fill. Okay, so turn the flash. Okay, so here's our, what's it called? No lights, right? Go ahead and flashlight. So the phone's not really showing you, but you can see our shadows, the shape of our mirror. And then this light is just the switch right there. A little bit of fill. Oh, you gotta bump the dimmer because the lights need a little bit of a burn to come back on. There we go.
So there's
Yeah, just a kiss. Okay, so this is, whoops, I'm all tangled up. This is our next shot. This is the lovely Nicole. I hadn't called you by name yet, so I apologize.
You're good.
Who's doing the record player thing for us. So the record player, here's the shot right here. You can see right there. Well, it's like that. You'll see it later. And we have the aperture, what is it? MC on a super swivel, so we could point it exactly where we want it off the C-stand. And then we have a 4B over here, snooted, just giving some shadow and texture to our wall. And I'm gonna hit record on our monitor, and you can see what it looks like. So Ryan, do your thing. Okay, so there's off, and this is the aperture, right? And then ready for the other thing, and then yeah, you'll see in the actual shot the slide and things like that. It'll look good. Ta-da! Okay, that's shot number 2. Then setup 3. It's this light switch gag, and what we're doing here is giving a little bit of depth to the scene. So here's what we got. We have one 4B with a snoot on it to give this countertop some shape. Oh, we turned it off. Yeah, so there it is, the shape right there. And then we have the aperture, whoops, the aperture again, the MC, whatever it's called.
Just MC.
It's being our overheads, and that's our gag. And Ben's running it from the phone, look at that. Bam! Double threat. And then one more 4B for ambient when we...
Double threat.
When we, it's like a triple, but only 2.
Oh, no, I follow you.
What about this one?
Oh, sorry. And then we have another MC over here giving us some flavor, which is nice. On the ground.
That one was my idea.
That was all Ryan's, 100%. He even had me put it down lower than I had it before. All right, so let's do it by the numbers. Here we go. So if I roll this. Okay, so let's go everything off. We can leave the MC on the ground because that's easy. Okay, so snooted over the counter. There's that one. And then our light switch. And then, oh, I didn't turn off our ambient. That was just doing it. One more time, folks. Sorry, one more time. Turn it off.
First day.
First day. Okay, turn that off. We'll turn off the overhead again too, just so we see all at once. So light switch is off. Turn off the, Ben, will you hit the light switch off? There you go. All right, Ryan, will you hit the, not that one, sorry, the other one first, the ambient, because it's the most subtle. Thank you. Okay, so there's our little bit of ambient. Now, here's our countertop for depth. Perfect. And then Ben, light switch. And that's how you do it, folks.
Love it. Let's roll one.
Let's roll on it.
Roll it.
This is Cameron recording stuff.
Okay,
Michelle
so
and Ben.
this is whatever the next setup is. I don't remember what number we're on. But
Candle lighting next.
candle lighting, it's really cool. I always called you Kiki.
Kiki.
It's because we read the contract.
Okay, so she's gonna light the candle. We have one 4B with only 2 globes on though, because we're way down low on the light, obviously, so we don't overpower
Because it's the
candle.
moon.
And we have a snoot on it. What are we shooting at right now? We're shooting at 400 ISO
At 1.4?
at 1.4, I think. Yeah. Where are we?
It should be 1.4.
We're 1.8. We're at 1.8, f1.8. So here's the gag. So and that's the only illumination besides the back wall has 8B, barely even like 10% on, just to give some depth to the scene through the window. So here is what we do when she lights it. Is the gag goes, oh, this is the MC, right? And we're on, is it a candle set?
It is on the fire setting
Okay.
at 50% intensity.
So she lights it. Don't, it's like a candle, but yeah, boom. We're there, and then pulls it off.
Okay, but isn't this like Riverdale vibes?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what Riverdale is?
No.
Oh boy.
It's his first day.
Okay.
Forgive him.
So let's do it for real. So that's the idea, but it's I think
I'm
it's
just
really working.
gonna-
Okay, this is our, actually the second type from a setup that we did already, which we forgot to cover how the lighting's set, but it's similar to this.
Same lighting, just a different.
We just shuffled it around. So
How's that?
we were on a wide,
Oh, yeah.
and the basics of it is
Cheers to that.
we placed all these cool little practical candles in the background. We raised up our practicals here because they're doing some treatment on the counter. With some bone mats, yeah, to keep it simple. And then these are just regular incandescents that were in the house. Okay, so our rim has, I think
Just a CTO.
I have 3/4, so it's a half and a quarter CTO.
And it's just,
Because I have a bunch in the middle there. Yeah, the quarters in the front, I have 2 more quarters back inside of it. And as Ben's rim here, you can't really see from here, but rim. And then we have our key going through a grid, full grid, 4x4 grid. And this actually would be a Superflex Frost, but I don't have any of the 36x36 on the truck today. So there you go. All right. So here's what she's looking like.
Wow, really setting the mood.
Perfect. Okay, so that's just practicals. Okay, and then here's our rim. Awesome. Let's see our fill or our key.
Fix the bow tie.
There we go. And we'll do something similar for Nikki on the next shot. Let's do it.
Okay, loving this. How you feeling?
Oh, feeling great.
I'm feeling.
Good.
All right, so this shot is our kind of hero product shot. I'm just choosing it, and it's very similar to what we just did as far as lighting wise.
Just better.
Just better. But so basically, the setup is as follows. We have a big, nice, soft source for our bottles here, which is the 4x grid. 4B just pumping through it to make it bigger. You can kind of see it's wasted off to the left here. So it's not going super direct, but it's right through that. And then we have our tungsten sword, our kicker, off to the left here. This new on as always. And then we have all these really cool practical candles in here. Just rake across the side. And then see, Ryan, you threw up this color splash.
Yeah, just
Blue.
a little daylight balance.
Yep, little daylight. It kind of just gives a little bit of just flavor over here, which is nice.
Which it really just kind of picks up right here and separates.
Yep, just subtle things like that.
And let me just say, we're shooting on a quarter pro mist, and that was the move. That was the move.
That's true. We have been doing a pro mist for most of these shots. So, been liking it a lot.
Is anyone planning on eating food? I'm gonna plate it with my fingers.
All right, this is
I was on a set the other day or something. Someone gave me the best massage.
the last martini, I believe.
You were on set.
And what we're doing is, it's pretty simple.
Can't remember what we were shooting.
We have a 4B through our snoot with still the tungsten. As a soft over the table,
A PA on your shoulders?
dimmed about halfway
That's
down.
what PAs do, right?
We had this on initially for some fill, but we killed it, so it'll be more moody.
Hi,
And
this is a
then,
video.
Oh, video!
We have an MC giving Ben a little bit of an edge here because he gets so dark. And then,
there's Ryan.
lastly, is candles still. We just had a couple of this guy for background, just kind of bouncing around the walls. And this guy's a practical. And that's our background. So there you go. We slid in and out.